What's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing today? I am sitting here with Alex and John, and we were going to go over some checks today, but then I also wanted to ask them some very important questions. So first off, John, I'm going to start with you. You have two checks here, one for $12,234. That's the one you called the Christmas Miracle. So give them 2 seconds on how that deal came about and what you did, how'd you earn it?
October, I made the guy an offer. December, he called me or texted me or emailed me, and said, hey, it all fell through. Are you still interested in buying my house? I said, absolutely. I sent him a contract. He sent it back, and we went to closing 30 days later, and that was it. It was easy peasy, Japaneasy, as I say in the Shawshank Redemption.
And that is the one he called the Christmas Miracle. And then he's got another one for $18,661. Congratulations on that.
Yeah, this was really cool because this was the deal that I walked into the seller's home on Sunday, and Scott was there. And after we left, Scott said to me, you really need to help me out with this one because I don't understand anything that's going on. So I...
All right, so he's just kidding over there. So what had happened is I was already inside talking with her. He met the day before, right? It was the day before, and he was coming back with the contract. So she tells me, she's like, well, I have to tell you, I guess you texted her before you came. And she's like, well, I have to tell you, I met with somebody yesterday, and he's coming back now to drop off the offer. So I was like, all right, no problem. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, that's good. At least I'll know what I'm working with, right? Well, then he comes to the door, and I can't see who it is. She's out. She's kind of talking him through the door. And then she opens the door, and I'm like, oh, it's John. Come on in. Come on in. And so then, you know, for those of you who do know me, I'm a big fan of collaboration over competition, big time. And so rather than, we don't even compete at that point, I'm like, no, he's great. Don't worry about it. His offer's going to be the same as ours. You already got somebody good. We'll proceed as we got it, right?
Oh, yeah, he set it up. It was absolutely perfect. And she said, we pressed her a little bit to sign the contract that day, but she said she wanted 2 days to think about it. So we said, okay. And Tuesday morning, that was Sunday, and then Tuesday morning I called her back. I said, you ready to sign the contract? She said, absolutely. And I went over, picked the contract up, and we started the process to go to closing. So it was, Scott was a big help. I was just kidding about the fact that he needed me, but you know.
All right. Well, the next one is Alex's check, who he didn't even remember because it's been 2 months, I guess, in pending, right? For $23,800. Congratulations, Alex.
Thanks.
So if you remember anything about it, I know it's been 2 months. Where'd you get the deal from and how'd that go about?
Well, the deal came through a bandit sign. I had put out some signs like I do every week. And that one, I believe, from what the client told me, was actually on Tidewater Drive. It was a small shopping center. So they called me up from the sign. They said, hey, we inherited this house. Would you like to come over and see it? Okay, so went saw the house. 2 weeks later, they signed the contract. They told me they wanted to work with me, among several other offers they had. And that's it, we got it done. Even though they had to sign with their own closing attorney. And so it was actually 2 different offices that handled it. But long story short, it took a couple of months, but hey, every type of marketing works.
All right, so now I'm going to ask them questions that I didn't tell them yet I was going to ask them because I figured I wanted to see their reaction live as I'm asking you. So somebody said to me the other day that the way they worded it was a little bit different, but they mentioned something about real estate investing coaching or the industry in general, that it's a scam. So we're going to make up a person here and we'll just call her Darby. And they said that,
Like from the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy?
No, not Dorothy, Darby. And was thinking that the real estate investor coaching, or more importantly, Master Investor Academy coaching, that was a scam. And so while I have 2 people sitting with me, I have a couple questions I wanted to ask them. But first off, what's your opinions of that, and how do you feel about being in a coaching program or working with a coaching program, or somebody saying that it's a scam? What's your thoughts on that?
Scam? Do you call this a scam? I don't. Everything works. All the marketing works, guys. Everything is for real. At least I can speak for Scott. Scott Jelinek, best guy ever, opened my eyes about new possibilities and new future that I would have never thought possible just a couple of years ago. So yes, it's absolutely real, but pick someone that is local, pick someone that you can see.
I exactly agree with what's his name over here, Alex.
Love you too, Sean.
No, I mean, if you want to, you deal with somebody local, you want to deal with somebody that has an experience, and in terms of what I've dealt with in the last 3 years since I've been in this, Scott has been just absolutely spectacular, and I can't thank him enough.
So I have one more question. So let's suppose this hypothetical person, Darby, came up with a question that said, yeah, well, that's great for you two guys because you're doing deals. What about somebody who signed up for coaching and never did a deal? What would you say to them? Are they being scammed?
Well, I'm going to ask him, show me what you did in the last 3 months. If it had been 3 months since you signed up, show me what you did. It's a roller coaster ride. We've always known that. I know it hurts when you spend money on marketing and it seems like it doesn't work. Everything does work with time. Just like Scott used to say, and many others before him, Rome wasn't built in a day, but they never stopped building. So yes, it's a roller coaster ride, absolutely, but you have to put in the work. Nobody's going to do that for you.
I would say the same thing, except I term it differently. You want to have a long-term time perspective. If you don't, you're going to be very disappointed in the short term, and you'll be very happy in the long term. You just got to do the work every single day. If you do that, it'll be successful. It's that simple.
So to my hypothetical person, Darby, if I was to be asked, is this a scam or you're scamming people or something, I 1000% with all of my heart absolutely believe not, because I see all of the people whose lives we actually change. Is there people that sign up and do not do deals, like you mentioned? Absolutely, yes. However, the ones who are doing the work are getting checks. As simple as that.
Let me just make one other thing. One of my goals when I first met with Scott individually was to be able to retire from my current employment. And I did that in November of last year. So that goal was achieved, and it was absolutely attributed to the number one, slow flips, and number two, the ability to wholesale deals. So that's all I can tell you.
And I remember that text, you first texted me and then I spoke with him, and I actually had a tear in my eye when he said, I'm done, I'm out. And at first I thought he meant real estate. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I told my boss that it's my last day, I'm not coming back. And after 40, how long were you there? 40 years, you said 40 years of working.
48 years of work.
48 years of working, and told his boss, that's my last day, I'm out. So anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you, especially for those of you or the mysterious person named Darby that might have said that the real estate investing coaching is a scam, to let you know that in fact it is not, and it does change lives. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video, and anybody else we can help, by all means, let us know.